Really quick, please excuse my lisp. Right now I had to use this numbing cream and it's kind of messing up my speech a little bit, but let's just disregard that. So let's open up this drawer. As you can see, I have a ton of foundations, primers, powders, and concealers in this drawer. It's jam-packed and I have a lot of things to get rid of. So let's just get started. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of pick and choose at the top and just kind of put things aside that I'm gonna use versus what I'm gonna throw out and versus what I'm gonna give away. So let's just start with this Maybelline Fit Me powder. I actually really have been loving this powder. So this I am going to keep. This is new and I just got mine at Walmart and I've been obsessed with it. This e.l.f. powder is actually really amazing. It's also one of my favorites. As you can see, I need to actually get a new one, but I'm gonna just keep this and just scrape off the edges because I love this powder. I'm also gonna keep this Wet n Wild powder. It's not my absolute favorite. I definitely like the other e.l.f. one a lot more, but it's good for touching up and it's so affordable, so I'm going to keep this. I'm probably gonna give away this Becca powder. I really don't like it because it oxidizes on me like crazy. I'm probably gonna talk about it in like an upcoming disappointing products video, and then I'm definitely gonna be giving this away because I used it a couple of times and it's just very orange on my skin. It doesn't really set my makeup that good, and I just personally don't think it's worth the money. This was actually sent to me, but I don't love it. This L'Oreal Hydra Perfect loose powder is actually also really, really good. It reminds me of the Cover FX loose face powder, which is one of my favorite high-end ones. So this I'm keeping. So much stuff. Okay, I'm gonna actually keep this Wet n Wild foundation because it's one of my favorites. It's actually too light for me, but I could always use it and mix it with different shades as well. This Becca primer is one of my faves, the Ever Matte Poreless Priming Perfector. Love it, keeping it. It seems like I'm keeping a lot of things, but don't worry, I have a lot of things on the bottom that I'm gonna be getting rid of. L'Oreal Pro Glow foundation, literally obsessed. It's one of my favorite drugstore foundations. This I'm keeping. I have several shades and I feel like it's always good to have backup of different shades because I'm always like switching colors. So I love this. Super obsessed with the LA Girl Pro HD foundation, also keeping this. I feel like it's a dupe for the Makeup Forever HD foundation, so keeping these two, and I have a ton of these shades. This Laura Geller Cover Lock Cream foundation. This color is super orange on my skin, so I'm probably just gonna actually give this away. Estee Lauder Double Wear is one of my all-time favorite foundations. Definitely keeping both of these shades. They are different, and this pump, I actually got it at MAC because the original foundation doesn't come with the pump. Definitely keeping these as well because I love the finish of these. This BH Studio Pro powder actually seems decent. It seems very velvety. I don't reach for it a lot, but I'm gonna throw it in my other drawer over there just so I can get more use out of it. So I'm gonna keep this. I love this Kevyn Aucoin Sensual Skin Primer. It's so hydrating and smoothing on the skin. Definitely keeping the little bit of this that I do have left because I do use it quite a bit. I don't even know why I still have this foundation. I honestly should have got rid of this months ago. I talked about this in a disappointing products video, the Urban Decay Naked Skin Foundation. I honestly hate this foundation. I hate the finish of it. It's so cakey. I just don't like it. So this, I'm probably gonna give it away or toss it. This is another product that I don't even know why I keep hoarding in my collection. This is the Hard Candy 12-Hour Power Primer. This does nothing for me. I might give it away, but I feel like it's honestly useless, but maybe it'll work with somebody else's skin tone, but I just don't like it. This NYX Mineral Stick Foundation sucks. It has like no coverage. I didn't like the finish of it. So this, I'm probably gonna also give away or I'll be tossing it. This Lumi Cushion Foundation is awful. Also don't like the coverage. I really don't like cushion foundations anymore. I will never be trying another one again because I just don't like them for my skin. They just don't work. So this, I'm going to be throwing this out. These primers I'm actually going to keep. Maybelline Baby Skin I love, and this Urban Decay primer, which it's like completely faded away. I love this for smoothing out my skin and for filling in my pores. It's really good. So these I'm keeping. Okay, honestly, I forgot that I even had this Maybelline Mineral Power Powder Foundation. I love this. I used to use this all the time back in high school, and I'm definitely going to keep this. I love this for my minimal makeup days. Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation is amazing. This shade is actually way too light, but I could always mix it with a darker shade. So I am definitely keeping these. And I do have like 2 other backups of this foundation because it's really, really good. But the LA Girl, the Pro HD one, is definitely a dupe for this. I'm actually going to toss this MAC Studio Fix Fluid. This is one of my favorite high-end foundations. This is just super old. I've had this tube for like 2.5 years, and you're really supposed to throw out your foundations after like a year. So I'm going to get rid of this, but this is a really, really good foundation. And there's like barely anything left anyway. I have like a tiny droplet left. Oh, I hate this foundation, this Smashbox Studio Skin foundation. I actually might keep it just to film a video with like products that I don't like a makeup tutorial. I'm debating it. I think I will, but I don't like the finish of this, and I really don't like how much you have to use to get full coverage. So this is not my favorite foundation, but I might keep it just for a video, and then I'm going to toss it because I don't like it at all. This BH Cosmetics liquid foundation did not work for my skin. I don't know what it was. It just didn't sit well. So for me, this is a no-go. This Revlon Photo Ready Insta Fix, it's like a cream stick foundation. I actually really like this for cream contouring, so this I'm going to keep. These Immaculate Hourglass liquid foundations I'm actually going to keep. I only used them a couple of times and I honestly forgot about them, so we're going to keep testing these babies out. e.l.f. HD foundation I'm definitely going to keep. The only thing is I feel like you don't get a ton of product in this little container, so I'm going to keep it. I just want more product, but I do really like this foundation now. It's really gorgeous on the skin. This shade's actually too light, so I do mix it with a different color. Maybelline Matte and Poreless is an incredible foundation. I'm totally keeping this. I have a ton of shades and I'm obsessed with it. I'm actually going to throw this shade out in particular though, because you can see it's all crusted up. I have like nothing left and I have so many of these foundations, so I'm going to keep one, throw this one out. Hourglass Vanish Stick Foundation I adore. Definitely keeping this. Few drugstore concealers here. The Maybelline Better Skin right here, this side with the blue cap. I love the Wet n Wild concealer. I really like as well. And then the Come Correct honestly is not my favorite. I'm probably going to get rid of that because I don't really use it that much. And this L'Oreal True Match on the end I'm also going to get rid of just because again I don't reach for it as much as these two. Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, Bomb.com, totally keeping this one. These Ofra skin sculpting ones are actually really creamy, very easy to blend. I'm going to keep the two dark shades and get rid of this light color right here because I don't use it. I'm just going to use the two dark shades for cream contouring. L'Oreal Pro Matte is my baby. Definitely keeping this. It's so good and so full coverage. Tarte Shape Tape, is that even a question? I love this concealer. This shade is actually way too light for me right now. This is, I believe, in the shade Light. I always tend to mix this color, but I love this concealer. Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. This is really good if you want a super bright under eye look. I don't reach for this on a daily basis, but it is a good powder, so I'm going to keep it. CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous Powder. I used to like this. I didn't reach for it that much anymore after the years have gone by. I've had this for years, so I'm probably honestly just going to throw it out because it's probably not even good anymore because I've literally had it I think for 3 years, so Then I have the Wet n Wild Cover All powder. This is not my favorite. I really don't reach for this a lot, so I'm going to be giving this away. I don't even know why I still have this pink ass powder. Like, I don't know if you can see, but this is like not even my shade, like at all. It's so ashy. And I've had this probably for like 4 years and I don't even know why I keep hoarding and holding on to it, but I'm gonna actually just throw it out. LA Girl Pro Face HD powder is actually really good. This I'm keeping. Rimmel Stay Matte powder. I have like so many of these in different shades. I'm definitely keeping this. It's one of my favorite drugstore powders. This e.l.f. HD powder I actually used to really like until I discovered the new version of the e.l.f. HD powder. I don't know, I feel like there's better loose powders at the drugstore and this is super old. I'm just gonna toss this. This Maybelline Fit Me powder in the shade 355. I actually use this as a bronzer to contour and I really love it because it's super smooth. So this I'm keeping. I have a serious issue, you guys. I don't know why I still have this bottle. There's literally nothing left in here. This is the Hard Candy Pore Defense Primer Serum. I love this primer. I need to get another backup because I love it. I just don't have anything in here. So the bottle I'm throwing out, but the product is really good because I've used it up. Don't know why I have these Milani 2-in-1 foundations. I've talked about these before. I don't like them. They're super cakey and heavy on my skin. They just don't work and it just does not look cute. So definitely gonna see if my cousin or my friend wants these, but if not, they're going in the trash because for me, they suck. Hard Candy Shine Free Primer. This one actually does good things for my skin, so I'm keeping this. This e.l.f. Hydrating Face Primer really does nothing for me. It's not even hydrating, it's just a silicone-based primer. I might keep this for a disappointing products video, but after that, I'm definitely going to be tossing this because I don't really see anything crazy with my skin with this at all. The Hard Candy Coconut Water Stick. I've been using it lately, but it's not really out of this world amazing. It's just a hydrating stick. It does feel really cooling on the skin. I am going to keep this just to keep testing it out, but so far I don't see any like transformation on my skin, but I'll keep it. Maybelline Dewy and Smooth, absolutely amazing foundation, definitely keeping this. This e.l.f. HD powder is really good. I don't know, I feel like they changed the formula. This one's so much better than the one that I tossed, so of course I'm going to be keeping this. The Airspun Loose Face Powder is one of my favorites, so I'm definitely keeping this. I love it for baking. Again, with cushion foundations, I don't even know why I keep this. This is the Maybelline Cushion Foundation. I don't like this foundation. It sucks. The coverage sucks. The finish sucks. It sucks. I don't like it. I'm actually just going to throw this out. MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Powder is one of my favorites. It's so smooth and silky. This shade does not match me. It does match me in the winter, but of course I'm keeping this. I've repurchased this like so many times because it's just that good. This Maybelline Master Fix Loose Face Powder is one of the most drying powders I've ever used in my entire life. I'm probably just going to give this away and see if it works on somebody else's skin, but for my skin, girl, it made it look super old. This Milani Prep Set and Go just transparent press powder did nothing for me. It didn't do anything crazy to my skin. skin. I don't really like it for touching up. It's just kind of like a regular dry powder that I'm just not a fan of. So this I'm gonna get rid of. Nivea Men Post Shave Balm, I love. This is a great primer to prolong your makeup. I'm obsessed with this. Definitely keeping it. This Maybelline Dream Velvet Soft Matte Foundation isn't my favorite. I'm honestly gonna just get rid of it because I don't reach for it on a daily basis, so I feel like there's no point of just keeping it. So I'm gonna give this away. Please excuse my hand if it looks ashy. It's from the powders. I told you guys I have a ton of L'Oreal Pro Glows. Again, like I said earlier, I'm gonna keep these. I just like to have different shades. The L'Oreal Infallible, I can't even talk, the L'Oreal Infallible Total Cover Foundation was actually not my favorite foundation. I'm gonna give this away. I just don't really like the finish of it. It is a bit of a thicker foundation that's just not my style. So I'm gonna give this away. The Wet n Wild Cover All Face Primer is actually really good. I don't know why I keep empty bottles. This literally has like nothing in it, so I'm just gonna toss the bottle, but this primer is really good for the price. These two powders are awesome. The Wet n Wild Photo Focus and the Revlon Color Stay powders are really good for setting makeup, so I'm gonna keep these. The Maybelline BB creams are so great for summer. They're really lightweight. They don't have a lot of coverage. They just give your skin kind of like a your skin but better look, and it just kind of evens everything out, but they're so pretty on the skin, so I'm definitely keeping these. Another Maybelline BB cream that I'm also gonna be keeping. These CoverGirl foundations, you guys, are so old. They're one of my favorite drugstore foundations, the 3-in-1. They're actually really great coverage. These are just super old and disgusting, and they have barely any product left, so I'm gonna get rid of this because this is not cute. This Ofra Absolute Cover Silk Foundation was actually not bad. It just wasn't my favorite. You can see how old it is. It's just all liquidy. The color's off. It's gross looking. I'm throwing this out. The Wet n Wild BB cream is also really good because it gives you just this really pretty finish on the skin. It's not full coverage, but it's just perfect for every single day, so I'm gonna keep this. I think it's a great summer BB cream, or if you're in a rush and you want something super quick and easy for your skin, I love this. I love Revlon Color Stay Foundation. This is my favorite drugstore foundation of all time, but these bottles are probably like 4 years old. I'm gonna throw these out because look at how gross they are. It's just unnecessary. I'm definitely gonna be stocking up on this foundation like for the winter time because I do love it, but these colors and everything, I don't even want to risk it with my skin, so I'm going to throw these out. I love this Lancome foundation. If you have oily skin and you want something super long wearing, I highly recommend you guys to purchase this. I got this at my local department store. You can get it at Sephora. It's just such a beautiful foundation. Really long wearing. It's great for pictures. It's beautiful. And we got some L'Oreal True Match. I love this foundation. It's so pretty on the skin. It's just really old, so I'm going to get rid of it because I've had it for years. This Revlon Youth Fix foundation was really not my favorite, and I really don't think that it's reasonably priced to be from the drugstore. This is almost a $20 foundation, so I'm gonna eventually get rid of this, but I want to talk about this in a disappointing products video, so you guys will hear about it soon, or maybe you'll see it in action again in another upcoming video. These little containers, if you're curious, that I have inside this dresser piece, I actually got these from Walmart if you're interested. A Cosmetics CC cream. I love this. It's such a great full coverage CC cream. It makes your skin look so beautiful and so airbrushed, but really lightweight on the skin, so I'm definitely going to keep this. I have a little bit left. I need to buy another one, but I love this BB cream, or CC cream. This e.l.f. Poreless Face Primer I'm actually keeping. I do like it. I just feel like the product is a little bit deceiving because you don't get a lot in this bottle, and this is $10, which I think is a little pricey for e.l.f., but I do really like it. RCMA No Color Powder. I love it. Definitely keeping this. It's one of my favorite powders for baking. More drugstore concealers. I don't know why my hand is shaking, but Maybelline Instant Age One. I love. I'm keeping Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer. I love it. I'm keeping it. This Revlon Photo Ready Airbrush Effect Foundation. I actually really used to love this foundation. It's really good. I don't know. I just stopped using it for a while. It's just not my absolute favorite anymore. And you can see it's all like separated and gross looking. There isn't really that much product left in here, so I'm just gonna throw this out. This Essence All About Matte Powder just really did nothing for my skin. Nothing like out of the ordinary. This is so cheap. I'm probably just gonna give this away. These little e.l.f. powders are really good. I think these are like $1 or $2. I've just had them, I think, for like, at this point, like 3 or 4 years, so I'm just gonna get rid of them because I don't feel like that's safe for my skin. So love these, but I gotta toss them. I have so many of these like just transparent press powders, and there's only a few that I actually really like that I feel like make my skin look super smooth and pretty, and this Ofra one also is another one that just did not really do much for my skin, and this is pretty pricey, so I'm just gonna get rid of it. This Revlon Photo Ready powder, I'm just not loving it. It's just not my favorite. Again, I'm just gonna get rid of this. Rimmel Stay Matte Primer. I love. Definitely keeping this. I really hate this Neutrogena Shine Control powder, and this was like $14 at the time when I purchased it at the drugstore. I think that's really expensive for a drugstore powder, and this is really old though. I've had this for years. So I am getting rid of it. NYX HD Banana Powder. I love, especially for setting underneath my eyes, so I'm definitely keeping this. Alright, we did it. We cleaned out the drawers. There's nothing in here. The only thing that I kept in here were just some of the things that I mentioned that I was keeping, concealers and a powder. So let's reorganize this drawer. These two I'm probably going to just end up moving somewhere else on my vanity because I just don't really have a lot of room for them here and they're bothering me. I'm actually probably just going to get rid of this Maybelline Mineral Power Powder Foundation. As much as I really do love it, I just don't reach for it a lot and I feel like it's just taking up extra space, so I'm just going to give it away. Alright guys, so that completes this decluttering for this part of my drawer. I have a whole nother section on my vanity full of more foundations and concealers and primers. I really just don't feel like going through that right now. I wanted to tackle one drawer at a time, so this is what it looks like. I know it's not perfect, but I think it looks better than it did a few minutes ago because that was just a hot mess. I did get rid of quite a few things and it feels really good. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Feel free to leave me some other requests down below and also leave me some suggestions for how to organize my makeup because this is not the best, but it's just what works for me in the meantime until I get some more storage. So thanks so much for watching. I love you all and I'll see you soon. Bye!